Hello and welcome back to another video on the Aerosoft Move channel. Today we're going to do another dev interview for you, and this time in English, regarding heavy cargo as well. And I have with me, I'm very happy to announce that I have Martin with me here, who's going to answer a lot of our questions. Hi, Martin.
Hi.
Right, let's just start off. I mean, a lot of you who might watch the video probably are already familiar with heavy cargo, but let's just introduce the game real quick to all of the ones that are new and haven't heard of it yet.
Yeah, Heavy Cargo is a heavy haulage truck simulator, which is completely focused on oversized loads and a lot of stuff you can do as a player around the transports itself, like spotting, demontation of guardrails and signs and stuff like that. And yeah, so it's basically some sort of spin-off. It's still a truck simulator, but with a different focus.
As most of you probably know, the Next Fest is going to take place next week, between the 10th and the 17th, and Heavy Cargo is going to participate as well with a demo, pretty extensive one actually. Why don't we talk about that a little? I mean, how many missions can we expect, and in the demo and also in the final game?
In the demo, we have the tutorial, which is basically split into two different missions. Then we have three regular missions. And I think you can count with around about 3 hours playtime, but you can always redo the missions just to gain a better ranking. We have this 3-star ranking, and you can also unlock parts of the trucks again and again and again. There's literally no stop, but it's limited to the 3 missions. The final game will have around about 30 missions, and we think something around 30 to 40 hours unique gameplay. And but the same applies for the final game, so you can redo or replay the missions again and again just to unlock more stuff and get a better ranking.
And what would you say, how long the missions in the demo will last? I mean, you've the tutorial and 3 missions. How long is that going to last?
Around about 3 hours.
Okay, good. And I mean, the demo has actually the entire map already, so you're not limited to any area of the map. How big is the map going to be? And is there an open world actually?
Yeah, it's the map is in fictionless but European or German setting, and it's around about 180 square kilometers big, and you can free roam all the time. So it's basically an open world, and but of course limited to streets because we are talking about a driving simulator, and which is taking place mostly on roads and not off the roads. So, but yeah, the map is pretty big. It contains a lot of different areas, big cities, small villages. The coastal area is pretty flat. It's easier to drive, but there's also the Midlands area where you got S-bends and harsh curves and steep uphill and downhill sections.
And I mean, it's pretty cool because I can't think of a demo that already includes the entire map in an open world game. I mean, it's pretty exciting, and you already have like fast travel points, right? If you don't want to, if you have already discovered most of the map and you just want to redo missions, you can fast travel and unlock fast travel points, which is also really cool and user friendly, basically. And next question that I've read a lot on Discord, probably actually, is there like a changing weather system? Is weather going to be a thing? What can you say about that?
Yes, we have during the free roam mode when you are driving around with the van, we have dynamic weather and different daytime. Throughout the missions, the weather and the daytime is fixed, so every player has the same challenge and the same experience inside of the missions. So there it's static, but between the missions you get dynamic weather, and we have from storm, rain, fog, pure sunshine, clear sky, cloudy. There's a lot, and different times throughout the day. But the free roam is always at daytime, and the missions, it really depends on the mission. Some of them are at night, some early morning, evening.
So pretty authentic, actually, also regarding the weather. And very frequently asked question, probably the most asked questions about the game. Which vehicles are included in the demo and also in the final game?
In the demo, you have the MAN TGE as van, as the spotting vehicle. And we have three types of the MAN TGX, 4x2, 6x4, 8x4 chassis, depending on the size of the load and the trailers. And for the final version, we can definitely say that the Scania R, the old 2013, I think, will be implemented. And yeah, then the next is probably the same like with OTR. There's more to come, but they are not finished yet. Building trucks with all the chassis takes some time, but as soon as we have them, we can add more.
And the features of the vehicles, like in terms of cargo, is there something you can tell us about that?
In terms of cargo, well, one of the things is that each mission has different cargo, and this all the cargoes are visible. So none of the missions shows the same, even if you transport two times or in two different missions rotor blades. Then these rotor blades will be different. And the most interesting thing I think is or are the trailers itself. They are steered, unsteered. We start with two axles, pretty small, like in the first mission, just to get used to the game, and it ends up with 24 axles and different pivots where the vehicle is turning itself. All the axles are simulated. We have a very complex steering system, so each axle is calculated and turning in a different angle, just to get that stuff moving. We also have some I'd say specific features like the modular trailers can be lifted and lowered depending on if you need to pass through a bridge or you have the risk to scrape with the load in the middle of the road, because as said, there's sometimes steep uphills and downhills, and those are one of the or some of the key features. And aside of the normal trucks and the TGE, we also have working cranes. You will operate both of them in the demo already. So on the tutorial mission, it's an 6x10, I think, crane, which is fully operational, and also a small loading crane behind the cabin installed on TGX. And so yeah, there's pretty much to do inside of the demo.
Very nice. I mean, that's pretty impressive, actually. I can just repeat that every time that the demo is actually pretty extensive in terms of content and also features already. And you already mentioned it at the very beginning that you can unlock different parts for your trucks and also decorations. So there is a reward system after completing every mission. And can you tell us something about that? How that looks? How is that going to look?
Yes, for each finished mission, you unlock more parts. We have, I think it's roundabout. It's way more than 100 parts. I can say that. I think it's 160, something like that. Split over different sections, like the heavy fronts, like bumpers, mudguards, white fenders, spoilers, beacons, horns, you name it, light bars. Also, a lot of stuff for the interior, like different figurines, coffee mugs, and stuff like that. You can all stuff that stuff inside the truck or the additional parts for the outside, just for styling. We have two different liveries. That's because Universal Transport, our partner here, joined Gruber Logistics. So now we have both liveries. A player can switch between. This is also working inside of the demo already, so you can do that as you like. And the missions itself have a star rating. I'd say 3 stars. You can have up to 3 stars, and the rating depends on the time you took. There's some sort of ideal time to finish a mission. If you are below, you get the best rating. If you need longer, it's okay. You still finish the mission, but it gets you get penalties. There are also penalties for damaging the load, destroying parts of the scenery. So like you can destroy traffic lights, signs, lanterns, stuff like that. These actions give you penalties as well, and then there is a overall, I'd say, driver's rating, where things like passing red lights comes into account, especially for the smaller missions when you are driving between the normal traffic. And the super large missions are without traffic, so everything is locked for the standard traffic. Then at this point, most of the traffic lights are disabled, so you don't need to take care of them. But for the normal missions, you still have to check if the traffic light is green or red. So these are all these things account into the or to the rating actually. And yes, for each mission you unlock more parts because we have more parts than actually missions, so you can redo the missions and unlock more.
So there's actually a reason to redo the missions for everybody asking out there. So that's pretty cool. And I'm already looking forward to the Discord posts about people comparing their star rating and all that. So go ahead and do that on our Discord or the Heavy Cargo Discord. And pretty important news as well. What have you planned about wheel support in terms of demo and also, again, in terms of the final game?
The demo already works with keyboard, with controllers, with steering wheels. A lot of wheels have been tested and they all worked. I can't give you a precise list which ones have been tested, but I'd say those most people would buy have been tested. As far as I am informed, also Force Feedback is working already. So yeah, I think for the simulator guys, there's a lot of options out there, and you can customize the controls mostly and adjust them to your liking. So and this works already in the demo, and if you encounter a problem, please post on the Discord so we can fix it.
Yeah, great news already. I mean, that's also the purpose of the demo, that you give us valuable feedback and we can come back to that during the development process. And a radio, is that included? I was always a fan of the radio actually on the road. So is that a thing again?
Yeah, this time it's bigger and better, I'd say, because we have different radio stations, so you can choose which music you want to hear. We have some rock, some country, some hip hop, I guess, stuff like that. I think it's 5 different stations at the moment, and you can of course turn it off and fire up your own music. But the radio has some cool, nice little features. So, for example, when you're getting out of the car and step next to the door, you can still hear the radio, but it's damped and not as noisy, not as loud. So also the sound of the radio is somewhat physically accurate, which is a nice, cute little detail.
And now coming to the 2 most frequently asked questions, I think, or the most important questions actually. On which platforms will Heavy Cargo be available?
We will definitely release on current gen consoles, Xbox, PlayStation 5, and on PC. First tests also worked already with the Steam Deck, so if you prefer this as your platform, you can do this as well. The last gen consoles, I can't confirm at the moment, but we will try our best to get them running as well. But yeah, last gen consoles are pretty old now, and Heavy Cargo has some sort of graphical load, and of course a lot of physical calculations going on. So CPU power could become a problem, or even VRAM, but it's pretty much optimized at the moment already. So we are super happy with the performance right now, and we will try our best to get it on the last gen as well.
Yeah, it's great to hear. And release date, is there anything we can say about the release date, or just give a kind of a prediction?
Yeah.
Kind of
this year. We are we are in the, I'd say, final polishing phase. Most of the missions are entirely finished at the moment already, and are heavily play tested right now. Some stuff of optimization or further optimizations are running, and of course ironing out the last bugs. There's still some minor stuff in our backlog, and we are pretty sure that there will be a few more coming up throughout the next fest, because this is the first time we hand it out to the players, and those are way more, I hope, than we are. So they will probably find a few more bugs than we found already. So yeah, we can now concentrate on finishing it, polishing it as good as it gets, and then later this year we will release it. The first PlayStation version is also up and running at the moment. It's also in the testing phase. So yeah, I at the moment we don't fear further release postponing till next year or something like that, because we have a pretty good feeling at the moment, and the game is already running and working. It's feature complete, and it's just yeah, finishing the remaining things and adding the last already or at the moment missing vehicles, and then we are good to go.
Yeah, we can guarantee the community out there that we're gonna try to reveal the release date ASAP. I mean, it all depends on if we have everything done, if all the problems are fixed, if we can be sure that we can, keep the release date. And until then, we're gonna, not say anything more than just this year. I mean, it's probably understandable. And last but not least, what are you currently working on? What's currently on your mind in terms of like demo and also like the final game? What are you currently working on?
There's still a few things happening at the moment. We weren't throughout the development of Heavy Cargo. We weren't super happy with all of the vehicles we had. So some of them are in the final rework, getting the final touches. This is one of the aspects. One major aspect is intense playtesting in terms of the missions and adding some decorations. Just to make it a bit more immersive. And another thing is currently at the moment we have only voiceovers in the tutorial, but we are right now working at adding them to all of the missions and to give a bit more feedback and a bit more lifelike, thinky feeling for the missions and the mission descriptions and stuff like that. And yeah, and as stated, ironing out some minor issues that are still existing in the current version.
I think that actually answers most of the questions that I've read through the community. We've gathered a lot of questions that we got, and we wanted to answer as good as possible to give you a little insight. And we're really looking forward to your feedback on the demo so that we can work on maybe some of the issues or if there's anything that we need to work on. And we're also looking forward to your comments on Discord and on Facebook or on all our social platforms. So definitely comment there, give us your feedback. And if you want to see some gameplay already, we have just streamed Heavy Cargo last Friday. And check that out on Twitch, on our Aerosoft Twitch channel. And of course, we're going to upload a lot of content during the next fest and also after. So look forward to that. Thank you, Martin, for answering a lot of our questions, for being here. And I think now the people have a good insight in what we're currently working on and what's the current progress on Heavy Cargo. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for your time and for the interest.
Yeah. And I think